Hey guys, Jen here from Frugal for Less. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 15 easy money saving tips for groceries on tight budgets. Now, I wasn't always one to make a budget and stick to it. It wasn't until I got out of college that I realized it was a good idea to start keeping track of my expenses. Doing this really opened my eyes to exactly where my money was going. And at a time where I was spending a lot of money eating out, going out to bars, spending time at happy hour, and surprisingly, a fair amount was spent at the grocery store. Now that I'm older and somewhat wiser, when it comes to my expenses, I've managed to maintain a budget that covers all the bills and leaves a little extra for savings and just for fun activities. Below, here are 15 easy money saving tips for grocery shopping on a tight budget. Let's take a look and dive in. Number 1, use grocery store apps. I first became aware of grocery store apps a few years ago. At first, I wasn't really too sure about them, but the more I used them, I did realize that, in fact, they did save a lot of money. Some of our favorite apps here at Frugal for Less are Ibotta. With Ibotta, you'll get a chance to earn cash back on everyday purchases. There's a lot of cool ways that you can save money using the Ibotta app, and it's totally free to use it. One of my favorite features is using the grocery receipt scanning part of the app to get cash back on my receipts. Right now, you can get a $10 bonus when you redeem your first offer signing up for Ibotta. Okay, number 2 is the app called Fetch Rewards. With Fetch, we'll leave a link down below in the description box with our promo code so you can get a sign-up bonus. And Fetch is really cool. They help you get savings on any grocery store every time. Number 3 is going to be Makina, and you'll get a $1 sign-up bonus with our promo code, which we'll link down below. Makina is an app that focuses on helping you purchase healthy and eco-friendly products at any retailer. They're a free, easy-to-use mobile application and one of our favorites. And then lastly, we have the app Berry Cart. Berry Cart's offering a $2 bonus with our promo code, which we'll leave down below. And they're similar to Makina in that they offer deals on organic, gluten-free, non-GMO, and healthy foods. All right, number 2, shop at different grocery stores. Now, don't make the mistake of getting roped into using only one grocery store. I used to do this as my grocery store of choice was ridiculously close to my apartment at the time and walkable. Unfortunately, doing this means that you could potentially miss out on some really great deals happening at other stores. No two stores are alike in terms of pricing, though they all pretty much carry the same things. You could have one store that offers cheaper prices on produce, while still another store is better for things like milk and eggs. So we suggest you sign up with a couple different stores, as they'll help you to save money on your grocery budget. Number 3, make a grocery list. How many of us are guilty of popping into the store randomly after work, coming home with a lot more than what's needed? I try to never go to the grocery store without a solid list in my hands, even if the list is small, like you realize you don't have any potatoes in the pantry for dinner, or you ran out of milk. If you keep a list with you, this will help you stick to only buying what you need and not getting distracted by the deals going on in the store that week. Number 4, stick with cheap staples. There are certain foods that I think everyone needs to keep in their pantry, like rice, beans, oatmeal, potatoes, eggs, milk, cheese. These items are generally fairly cheap at the grocery store as long as you're not buying organic. Plus, they store well, so you don't have to worry about them going rancid quickly, with the exception of some of the cold items. Cheap staples in stock will make it easier to whip up a meal when you need to, and with those basics, you could have meals like a breakfast frittata or a cheesy baked potato for lunch, rice and beans for dinner, just some examples. Number 5, buy frozen. Sometimes I find it cheaper to buy my vegetables and fruits frozen. As long as you're eating fruits and vegetables, consider that a win in terms of maintaining a healthy diet. I really like frozen fruit best for items that are out of season in the winter, like berries, pineapple, mangoes, strawberries, things like that. I found it to be a lot cheaper than buying a pint of strawberries you see in the store during the off season. Frozen veggies are really great too, and because they're frozen, you don't have to really worry about consuming them too quickly because there isn't as great of a risk of spoilage when you buy frozen goods. Number 6, meal plan. Personally, the best way I've managed to save money at the grocery store is to meal plan in advance and also to never shop when hungry, of course. Meal planning in advance means planning out your entire week of meals, including all of your breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. Here is a look at an example meal plan. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number 7, plan for leftovers. If you don't mind leftovers, then this tip will be perfect for you. I personally thrive on leftovers as I can't stand to cook every single day of the week. Instead, I plan on 3 or 4 bigger meals with the intention that they'll be repeated at some point during the week. I do this mainly for dinner. As with breakfast and lunch, I usually decide on one meal and stick to that for the week. For my family of 3, I can get a pound of chicken or ground turkey to stretch between 2 meals, especially paired with hearty vegetables. By not cooking a new meal every evening, I found I need to buy fewer items at the grocery store, helping to keep my bill nice and cheap. Number 8, coupons. Now this one is probably an obvious one, but we'll put it out there anyway. If you've signed up with a few different grocery stores to receive perks and have shopped there frequently, you can expect to get a few coupons in the mail each week. Grocery stores actually track your shopping habits, and they'll send you coupons for whatever particular brand of milk, yogurt, eggs, or cheese that you may have bought a few weeks earlier. Stores want to keep your business, and to do this, they offer coupons to entice you to come back and shop more. Save these and compare them with the coupons you get from other stores. Remember to keep an eye out on the expiration date, and you'll be good to go. Number 9, take grocery store surveys. Do not miss out on this. I used to disregard the little surveys suggested on the bottom of the grocery receipt until I took one and won $25 to that store in the form of a store gift card. This was a random bit of luck, but it happened not once but 3 times. So now I remember to take the surveys regularly in hopes of winning more free money. Number 10, grow your own veggies. This tip may not be a winner for everyone, but if it does, it can help you reduce your grocery bill quite a bit during the spring, summer, and fall seasons. You don't have to be a homeowner to start a vegetable garden. It can be done in an apartment or if you have a patio or balcony. Vegetable seeds are cheap, and if you plant smartly, you can get a few crops out of your seeds and save yourself some cash at the grocery store. Number 11, eat less meat. Now, while I'm not a vegetarian, I do promote a lot of meatless meals in my house. as I find not buying meat to be cheaper. On our meat-free days, I tend to load up on vegetables and heavier starches like rice, pasta, or potatoes. For extra protein, we'll use beans in a dish or cheese. When we do buy meat, we like to get it on sale and use a coupon. We also like to stretch the meat by doing things like slicing chicken breast in half in order to turn 2 breasts into 4. Or even better, buy a whole chicken and carve it up. Number 12, drink water. Budgeting for groceries meant that I had to start loving water a whole lot more and ditch the sugary sodas and juices that I found myself buying in the past. Juice and soda are unnecessary shopping cart fillers. They do nothing for you nutritionally, and they really don't even quench your thirst. Water is simple and water is free. If you're not sure about your tap water, consider investing in something like a Brita water filter. And if you're not a fan of plain drinking water, throw in some frozen fruit to give it some nice flavor. 13, skip the junk. I still struggle to do this at grocery stores, but I am trying. Foods like chips, candy, fruit snacks, cookies, they taste great, but they don't really provide any nutrients to your diet. Not only that, but junk food is expensive, especially if you find yourself consistently stocking up on it. I've found it best to just avoid these aisles in order to resist temptation. Instead, I look at doing things for snacks like blending frozen fruit with water to make slushies, or buying a bag of whole kernel popcorn and popping up some whenever I have a craving for something crunchy and salty. 14, always eat real food. Processed food is convenient, sure, but it isn't always the cheapest option. Frozen meals, prepackaged entrees, meals in a box, they don't yield as much food as it would to simply buy the ingredients needed to make a complete dish. While the packaged item may seem cheap in terms of price, you'll likely only get one meal out of it, and you'll need to buy several just to get by. Some real foods we think of include things like chicken, rice, pasta, plain frozen vegetables, or fresh veggies. Number 15, final on the list, buy in bulk. This tip works great for anyone with a large family or even for 2 to 4 friends to take advantage of a cheaper grocery bill. Buying in bulk will give you a larger quantity of items that are usually cheaper when you look at the cost per ounce. Bulk shopping is best for items that you tend to buy regularly. I like to buy bulk items with the intention of freezing nearly half of it. This is cut down on buying the same thing every week, and it means I can keep my freezer stocked and ready to go when I need to make a meal. Bulk items are also especially great when it comes to stocking up on cheap staples like we mentioned in number 4, rice, beans, oatmeal, and such. All right, that wraps up our roundup on 15 easy money saving tips for groceries on tight budgets. Saving money at the grocery store does get easier once you start adopting better shopping habits. These tips have made a world of difference in our personal life when it comes to shopping and keeping costs low. These tips have helped me not only save money, but eat healthier and cook better. When you're working with simple, limited ingredients, you learn quickly how to infuse a seemingly simple meal with tons of flavor. We hope these tips ended up helping you lower your grocery bill. Comment down below to let us know. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to get more content like this. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.